Based on popular demand, I'll be showing you guys how I made this okra soup. I posted my last video about the native soup I made. Some people came to my DM and was like, okay, show us how to make okra soup. So this is how to make okra soup. Stick with me in this video to learn how to cook okra soup like a pro. I'll be using goat meat for my okra soup. Wash that thoroughly, put it in a pot, add some pepper mix, add onions, seasoning and salt to taste. As usual, allow it to cook in its juice for 5 to 10 minutes. After 5 to 10 minutes, add water for it to cook through. Like I said, I always like to cook my meat to be very soft. After adding water, I added my washed cow skin, otherwise known as kpomo. Stir this properly to combine, cover and allow it to cook for extra 5 to 15 minutes. I added this kpomo at this point because mine was a bit strong, so I needed to add it on time so it will cook till it's soft. Few minutes later, my protein and stock was ready. Set it aside. In another heated pot, add your palm oil, add your sliced onions. Fry this until it's translucent for about a minute or two. Next, I added my pepper mix. I'd like to tell you what is in this pepper mix: scotch bonnet, shombo, and of course onions. Blend that thoroughly and then pour into the frying oil. Fry this for 2 to 3 minutes. I also added my washed Titus fish. This is washed Titus fish. As you can see, it is still fresh. I wanted to cook through, so that is why I added it at this point. Few minutes later, my Titus fish was ready. You may want to remove it and set it aside whilst you continue the cooking. You might be asking, why am I removing it at this point? If you don't remove it at this point, it will break into pieces and you wouldn't have any Titus fish to eat at the end of the cooking. After removing the Titus fish, next thing you want to do is to add your meat stock and the meat itself. Remember, this is the point where you add the amount of water you'll be using to make your soup. At this point, this water was enough for my soup, so I didn't add much more. I added my grounded ogbono. I just love the flavor of ogbono in my okro, but this is optional. You can decide to cook only okro or ogbono only. Cover that and allow it to cook for the next 2 minutes. 2 minutes after, this is what it looked like. Now, this is the secret to this soup. I added crayfish, and in that crayfish is okpehge. I blended okpehge with that crayfish. If you watch my last video, you will recall I used that for my native soup. Taste and adjust with seasoning or salt. Next, I went in with my chopped okra. I also like to add the ones that I chopped into chunks because I love to chew my okra in most cases. But this is optional as well. You can decide to cut your okra in any shape of choice. Next, I stir that properly to combine. Make no mistakes of not turning down your cooker at this point because it will get burnt easily. At this point, my soup was almost ready. I covered that and allowed it to simmer on low heat. Few minutes later, this is what my okra soup looked like. I gently stirred that properly to combine very well. Next, I'll be reintroducing my cooked Titus fish. Make no mistakes of not turning down your cooker because the more your okra burns, the more it loses its freshness. And I simply advise that you eat okra while it's fresh. That way you get all the nutrients in it. Few minutes later, I will introduce my washed and sliced Uziza leaf. This is optional. You could either use the leaf or you use the seed. Just ground it and then add it. I also added pumpkin leaf. It is optional as well. You can decide to use one of the leaves or both of them, just like I did. At this point, my soup is ready. As you can see, guys, I am stirring this gently just so I wouldn't break the fish or titles into pieces. Guys, this soup smells so nice. I couldn't wait to have a taste of this soup. At this point, my soup is ready. I'm just trying to stir this to combine properly before I take it off the heat. And remember, you don't overcook your okra soup just so you don't lose all the freshness and the nutrients. Look at this pot of glory okra soup. For those of you that don't know how to cook okra soup, make sure to stick around and watch this video to the end to be able to learn how to make okra like a pro, just like I did. This is me serving my bowl of okra soup. Guys, look at that bowl of yummy okra soup. Let me know what swallow you'll be pairing this with in the comment section. And remember, when you make a video of okra soup, do well to tag me. Until I see you in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all so much, and thank you for always sticking around to this channel, for always commenting, liking, sharing, and even commenting, for subscribing.
Put
I
what you
love you all.
hear.
Let me know what
It's
soup
my
you would want us to be making next in the
relative.
comment
They
section.
say real
I'm always
estate.
here to serve you. Thank you for watching, and
My
until I see you in
relative,
my
my
next video.
relative.
Bye.